Looks like we're the old guys, Ace. Alright. So for you new guys, I only got two rules. I'm talking to kids in ninth grade, right? Working on my timeline in gym class and I'm gonna tie this over into math and physics. I thought this was a good way to do it now. I actually broke down some of the shelf material. I figured start a review on something and show how elaborate some of the material is as far as the cliff notes to the day while you're walking them through some history report, some book report or something. And seeing that we're starting the writing out versions of this, the Google searches, because you're going to need to know that verbatim, do the research on it in order to find it, right? Figure out how to do one, but I might not make you do one like this. I'll just make you do a homework assignment, which is a larger subject space, maybe a couple of pages. Find the information, find key points about what you like about it, and learn to separate out a lot more material. That way, it's not directly plagiarism if you're changing the condensing the information, not changing the orientation or position of it. Still the same information, still the same timeline, but I'm telling you to fit it in a subject space because that may be relevant when one day you want to go do one about the Ottoman Empire or something a little bit more deep, in depth to the whole subject matter that goes into the system. And said over the time span of 600 years, from about 13,000 to 1923, the Ottoman Empire expanded into the largest political entity in Europe and Western Asia. As then implode. Western Europe and then imploded. I wanted to emphasize that. I need a little practice here. And disappeared into the pages of history. The Ottoman Empire, also known as the Turkish Empire, was an empire that controlled most of Southeast Europe, Western Asia, and North Africa. Between the 14th centuries and early 20th century, it was formed at the end of the 13th century in the northwest. Some area out there in Turkish territory, in the town of, again, good luck with this one, by this person who was a tribe leader, Osman I. And that's Wikipedia search. You Google hit, and then a Wikipedia search. First topic, some pictures and stuff. And that might be something you want to draw. That'll be the other techniques that'll go to those write-outs. But I also like this jump. There I'm starting with one of the more recent models of the history of man, given the evolution of Lucy there, into the Agrostin. And you hear that's my King Kong country, my pomegranate farm here. Homo escritera is Agrostur, is an extinct species, or basically what this reads out to be is a subspecies of Homo erectus or sapien here, and that plays through. You can see that these are the first tool people. That is like you're gonna get a guy from flint and steel, fireball, flint and rock, and to get arrowheads and stuff. Early stone out in Africa way. So I'm loving it for the Sharps team. Gets them into it. They are the working man, roughly translated, which is a great way to play that. Again, for evolution of the sponge and the salt here. Anybody doesn't understand the particle physics we're going to get into next, but before that, the Proterozoic, being the largest span from the oxygen in the Earth's atmosphere to what did we really say? Troglodytes or whatever they are, troglobites and corals. So those would be the first evolution. Everything comes from that. Doesn't matter what spot you come from up here in this history class or gym class or whatever, the Ottoman Empire that you're coming from. Really want to mix it up inside of there. And two, the electroweak force. That's right. And you just want to make that level jump into this because that right there is kind of the end of the beginning. Inside of a second, too hot for you to see anything before ends at a hot plasmic soup that's super condensed and down there. So I think it's playing off. The other stuff fits real nice. Made sure I left room. In physical cosmetology, the electroweak epoch was the period of the evolution of early universe when the temperature of the universe had fell enough that the strong force separated from the electroweak interaction. but was high enough for electromagnetism and the weak interaction to remain merged into a single electroweak interaction above the critical temperature of the electroweak symmetry breaking. So that's real important. See all that number I was doing about the Ottoman Empire into the evolution, the working man, and over here going to the formation of oxygen on Earth, how things in longer time scales that starts to break down at 159.5 plus equal to 1.5 gigavolts. And I like to break this down, whether it be early Cro-Magnon and the evolution, sponges, everything else along the Ottomans, whatever it may be, to the math. The 1.5 megaelect, that's the electric team. You got the football team. Salty comes in. He's just a ray of sunshine about. I'll figure that out. And that kind of our strong force, the temperature that kind of comes into the heat in the room and that stuff breaks down, as much as how you actually utilize that mathematics and these grammatics to correlate through.
The station is under attack, okay?
I'm here because your parents sent me here. We're gonna get this done here today.
Okay.
The standard model, 1.5
gigavolts
in the standard model of particle physics. Some cosmetology places the electroweak epoch at about the start of inflation. Real fun for today.
Second of all, I didn't realize I was using my ammunition, okay? I really didn't know. I think in all the panic of the monsters or the mutants coming towards us, I think I may have held reload, and it does this apparently. So if you hold
approximately 10 to the negative 36 seconds or 10 to the negative 32 seconds after the Big Bang.
I think I was shooting them.
The potential energy in the inflation field, those two numbers,
so that's going to switch it back to normal ammunition.
Not accurate enough, evolution, whatever nonsense, a physics problem that's getting out from some snake oil salesman.
If I hold this, apparently
the potential energy of the inflation field that had driven, a lot of the scientists that get on, they figuring out that math problem.
Okay, so we
had driven inflation of the universe during the inflationary epoch was released, filling the universe with dense hot quark gluon plasma. So you can imagine.
And then we got all this on the bottom left too.
Let's take just some of the hot plasmic issues that might come up where the temperature might have been.
We have this one. This is like the compressed one, isn't it? And then
so we're going to take this, and again, you're going to then break them down. Start selling these out. Figure out which symmetry you want, how many pages of that you want, write-outs, or which forms of that, because then that's going to get you your English class.
Okay, so what's that pressure right now? Oh, we're in the yellow. Okay, so apparently I want to keep this in the yellow because that's like the optimal range for this weapon. If I go into the red, it gives like an airlift on the weapon, which I love that, by the way. There's like a malfunction mechanic to these things that people throw together in the apocalypse. I love that. So I'm going to keep that where it is. What else have we got?
One a day.
We got like this one here, the